gotten to see in the flesh. These animals have had a profound effect on paleontology and our understanding of the Mesozoic era. What remains now are a bunch of fossils secured in museums. A number of them have significantly changed, sharpened, or completely altered the views of scientists and the general public about dinosaurs and prehistoric life. With this being said, prepare, because here are 5 unbelievable fossils that have been discovered. Let's begin. Number 5. Maiasaura. The Maiasaura was a mid-sized hadrosaur that roamed the American West in vast herds. Imagine meeting the family in the middle of the day. You would simply have served as a snack or a toy. If you've watched Jurassic Park, guilty, then you may know Sam Neill's character, Alan Grant, based on Jack Horner. In paleontology circles, this guy is famed for discovering the extensive nesting grounds of Maiasaura. Together, the fossilized nests and well-preserved skeletons of baby, juvenile, and adult Maiasaura show that some dinosaurs had a heart somewhere in those humongous bodies. They actually had active family lives and didn't necessarily abandon their young after they hatched. If you're game for viewing these fossils, you can find them at Montana's Two Medicine Formation. I guess I'll see you there. Number 4. Brachylophosaurus. Leonardo may not have been the first specimen of Brachylophosaurus to exist. That was the name given to this dino by the excavation team. Nevertheless, he was by far the most spectacular dinosaur of this genus that they had discovered. The nearly complete mummified teenage hadrosaur made the scientists make great steps in technology when it comes to paleontology. Researchers bombarded this fossil with high-powered X-rays and MRI scans in an attempt to piece together its internal anatomy. They got mixed results from their efforts. Who can blame them? We're talking of trying to understand a creature that lived millions of years ago. Despite the fact, many of these techniques have been applied to dinosaur fossils in far less pristine conditions. Number 3. Coelophysis. The discovery of the Coelophysis showed scientists that at least some genera of small theropods traveled in vast herds. It also showed that large populations of dinosaurs, meat-eaters and plant-eaters, were regularly drowned by flash floods. Though Edwin H. Colbert is attributed to have discovered innumerable Coelophysis skeletons tangled together at the Ghost Ranch in New Mexico, this dinosaur had already been named in 1899 by the famous paleontologist Edward Drinker Cope. We all know who to thank. Colbert's discovery thus served to attach evidence to Cope's theory. Number 2. Archaeopteryx. Charles Darwin's treatise on evolution, On the Origin of Species, shook the religious world in 1860. This would create a solid foundation for most of the dinosaurs that would be made in later centuries. Scientists would later be able to put it together. As if luck would have it, the next couple of years, they saw a series of spectacular discoveries at the limestone deposits of Solnhofen, Germany. The fossil discovered was the Archaeopteryx. It was complete and preserved. Thus, unearthed fossils seem to be the perfect link between dinosaurs and birds. Since then, more convincing transitional forms such as Sinosauropter have been discovered. However, none has come close to making an impact like this pigeon-sized flight animal. Number 1. Megalosaurus. This fossil belongs to the lower jaw of a Megalosaurus and was unearthed in England in 1676 by a professor at Oxford University. Initially, it was identified as belonging to a human giant. Then, it made sense, because in the 17th century, theologists couldn't wrap their mind around the concept that lumbering reptiles from a land before time were wandering around. It didn't match up. It wasn't until 1825, 150 years later, when William Buckland gave the Megalosaurus its distinctive name. Nearly 20 years after that, the Megalosaurus was conclusively identified as a dinosaur. And there you have 5 unbelievable fossils that have been discovered. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like and share it. And if you haven't already, subscribe down below to get notified almost every single day with newer videos from Top 5's finest. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we are out.
The Megalodon is a prehistoric creature resembling a shark, but much bigger and more vicious. Megalodon, or Big Tooth, is a species of 20-yard-long sharks that lived between 23 and 2.6 million years ago. Its teeth were 7 inches long and could tear through meat like butter. This massive monster is considered to be the most powerful predator in history, but some say that specimens of the terrifying fish still live in our waters today. Here are 5 megalodons caught on camera and spotted in real life. Let's begin. Number 5. Cape Town Megalodon attack. On a charter fishing boat off the coast of Cape Town, South Africa, 4 friends decided to take a fishing trip. One of the girls on the ship says they're off to catch the biggest fish they can find, but it seems